Yo, you already know what it is by the sound of my voice. It's Mr. 6'9", Mr. 2'9" over here. Getting ready to go live real quick, talk about everything that popped off last week inside the world. First of all, thank you for go ahead and watching. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe. Whether it be on YouTube, Twitch. I think we're on Facebook Live too. Look at the camera, son. There we go. Yeah, we're on Facebook Live too. So look, you already know, man. I'm gonna give it to you how it is. It was definitely crazy last week. Um, what popped off last week? Yeah, that happened. Yeah. So we had a couple things pop off. We had, of course, some returns. What's going on, Michelangelo? Thanks for checking in. We had some returns and we had some shocking moments. Some of those shocking moments happened last week when we were recording with World Elite Podcast. Shout out to World Elite Podcast for checking in. Always holding it down. Make sure y'all do follow them as well. But we had some surprises last week. First and foremost, we had a return of none other than some that we waiting for. And asking, where's he at? Where's he at? We haven't seen him in a while. And he shows up. And if y'all know what I'm talking about, he was right inside his hometown of Texas last week. Talking about Keith Lee. Keith Lee does return, which was, unexpected but dope. And he came out to go ahead and answer the challenge of Bobby Lashley. Unfortunately, he didn't come out on top. We end up having a situation where he just basically got demolished. Not as bad as Kofi, but not a way that you want to make your return. Another thing that popped off on Monday Night Raw, you had, you want my watch, son? You're just going to jack me. Here you go, sir. Take the watch. It's all you. I don't want no smoke. There you go. Last week, last Monday, we also had a shocker title switch place. Nikki Ash, aka Almost a Superhero, ends up taking the title off Charlotte. Definitely surprised about that outcome. Had no idea at all that was going to happen. We were talking about, is this going to be a serious thing? Do we take her serious? Are we going to have an older situation? Turns out they pulled the trigger. Pulled the trigger on her. She ends up cashing in on Charlotte at the last minute of Raw and walks out champion. Now, I know a lot of people a little bit upset about that. Me personally, myself. But at the same time, it's kind of like she deserved that, man. Like, she been there for a while, been there grinding. Her husband, Killian Dane, put out the tweet, never stopped inside the gym, worked hard, grinded. So she deserved every bit of it. So, I'm not sure how long they're going to run with this storyline. I don't know if they're waiting for a Becky Lynch return or if they are waiting for, someone to get called up from NXT. I don't know what may be the case. All I know is that they got to get this together. I swear I cannot make this shit up. Kelly is. I swear I cannot make this stuff up. It actually happened. So, with that being said, Nikki Ash walks out as champion. But one thing that had the internet buzzing was Killer Kross, aka Karrion Kross, losing his debut match on Monday Night Raw as the NXT champion. You believe that? I don't believe it either. He loses the debut match as NXT champion to Jeff Hardy, which just found out over the weekend he is going to be sidelined for a while due to COVID-19. So he just tested positive for COVID. He had a meet and greet and signing today. They had to pull him out. So, of course, we are praying for a speedy recovery for Jeff Hardy. A lot of people kind of boo-booed on it. I mean, it's not the way you want to bring in someone, especially if they are a champion of another brand. I mean, if you ask me, I think that it kind of made him look weaker than everyone that's come up before him. I mean, Kevin Owens came up, challenged John Cena, open challenge, made John Cena, basically made Kevin Owens look good. You also had a Adam Cole, who came over, beat Daniel Bryan, and also, took over basically for Monday and SmackDown's edition because of people overseas in Saudi Arabia. Also, to go along with that, to talk on that point, I kind of feel like that, okay, if you're going to call somebody up, don't have them losing their debut. But if you're going to call them up and they're a champion, definitely don't do that. I was listening to Keep It 100 podcast with El Cheech on the way back here to Ohio from Chicago. Disco Inferno was saying maybe, this is trying to see if he can handle, doing the job. Listen, they ain't the job I wanted. I ain't about to do it. I kind of feel like, don't put my watch in your mouth, son. Don't do that. I just kind of feel like that's not the way that you call up a champion, but that's totally different, a whole different story. Speaking of stories, you move on to Tuesday on NXT. Kind of hard to follow, man. You had Bobby Fish, you had Roderick Strong on opposite sides of the ring. You ain't like that either, did you? Opposite sides of the ring. And I kind of feel like that, at this point, I know you broke up Undisputed Era, but still, it's a Band-Aid that's kind of hard to rip off. I don't want to see it thrown in my face. But, the match was good, a good tag team match, opposite sides of the ring. Also, Zaya Lee going up against Raquel Gonzalez NXT Women's Championship match. Now, that was stellar. I definitely enjoyed that one. At the end, it looked like maybe a little bit of botch. Looked like she took all of that landing from Raquel Gonzalez right on her face. You didn't hear the mat slap, as a lot of people pointed out to me. Also, to go along with that, man, you look cute. Okay, yeah, get out of here. Also, with that going, being said, Wednesday, seeing someone get put to sleep, and that was William Regal. Looks like Samoa Joe is going to have his wish and go up against the person that basically lost his debut match on Raw. Same person, Killer Kross. Now, you fast forward to Wednesday, you talking about Fyter Fest. Fyter Fest was definitely lit. LIT lit. You had some debuts. Also, we said a few weeks on the show, Vicky Guerrero should not be managing Andrade at all. And also, Andrade shouldn't be speaking on the mic, especially in English, at all at this point, because he hasn't really manifested that, been able to make it look or sound good. I mean, he looks like money, but he definitely needs a mouthpiece at this point. No mouthpiece, no moolah, right? So here comes Chavo Guerrero. And we said that Chavo should be the one to manage him, and lo and behold, looks like AEW's listening. So Chavo Guerrero debuts. He's a new manager. Looks like we're having a feud between Death Triangle and Andrade and whoever else he can find. Or maybe we get maybe we get Ray Phoenix and Pentagon turning on Pop. I mean, put the Latinos together. We were hanging out with Savio over the weekend in Chicago. You gonna leave me, dude? You the only person I got to help co-host today. Okay. You probably feel underneath the weather. Here you go. Go to mama. But you had sorry about that. I mean, Fyter Fest was definitely dope. I mean, a lot of debuts. Of course, we had a new champion come out, emerge, something that should have happened a while ago. I mean, maybe this is a rebuilding of the character, but we had Lance Archer actually walk out as a United States champion. Now, that to me was definitely well worth every minute spent watching it. The whole entire event. Lance Archer, they haven't done a good job with big man, period, in AEW. And I think that is the bigger issue for me, is that a guy like a Lance Archer, a guy like Miro, a guy like anyone that is over 6'3" should be definitely dominating I mean, these smaller guys should not be able to basically run over these big guys inside of a match. But I'm definitely glad that Lance Archer was definitely able to pull it off, beat John Moxley. Maybe we finally get John Moxley written off of TV. Maybe get some time to spend time with the La Familia, the family. You know, congratulations once again on the new addition to the family, baby girl. But who knows what happens out of this? One thing I did not like out of Fyter Fest, I'm just going to put it out there. I know I'll say why it's still up on the screen. I honestly don't know. Give me a second. But one thing I did not like coming out of Fyter Fest is this. You had the women's championship match, which was good, but I did not like the fact that it made, I mean, Nyla Rose gave her everything. Once again, a monster, you know, a monster, not just using the word loosely, but, you know, a monster inside the ring. And I'm happy that Britt Baker does have the title. But, you know, Britt Baker going over Nyla Rose, it just doesn't seem believable. But it ended up happening. She does go with Nyla Rose. She does retain the championship. She moves on from there. And I don't know what's next for Britt Baker, what's going to happen with Britt Baker, who's going to be the next challenge for Britt Baker. But I do know that Britt Baker as champion right now is definitely a draw. It's going to continue to draw. Another thing that took the internet by surprise, I want to say it was Sting and Orange Cassidy trading off the kicks. To me, I mean, you can't take wrestling too serious, but at the same time, you know, you can't take a movie too serious, right? No one goes to the movies and are pissed off because Vin Diesel didn't do something inside the movie, or you know, or any other movie star. Like you don't take Fast and the Furious 9 so serious, right? You're not going to take them serious. It's not going to happen. Another thing that popped off from there from AEW, I would say, is the development of the story. It looks like we're going to have some more House Hardy going up against Christian and Jungle Express. So we'll see how that unfolds. There were a lot of big things that popped off on the sense of, I want to say, looking at the rumor bag, right? A lot of rumors out there, big rumors, big rumors. I'm not going to just spill it out, but I will do this before we even touch on rumors. This is what I am going to do. A lot of y'all were big mad over the weekend, and y'all know why y'all were mad. Dave Meltzer, if y'all care about his opinion, commented on it, said that it set the wrestling industry back. This looks bad, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, hey, take it for what it is. Any reaction, especially in this profession, is a good reaction. You know, whether they boo you, cheer you, throw chairs in the ring, or throw trash at you like Matt Cardona, you got the reaction. You got the crowd in the palm of your hand, right? So speaking of Matt Cardona, if you did not know, you know, he did go over Nick Gage, who also debuted in AEW Fyter Fest over the weekend, right? So I just thought that was also, you know, full circle, big money, and all that stuff. I thought it was definitely good. But hold on, wait a second. Hold up. The co-host has popped inside the building. You already know who he is. Just coming off this long ass drive over the weekend in Chicago, ladies and gentlemen. El Cheech in La Casa.
Hello, fellows. Yeah, I had the kiddos, you know, so I had to kind of, you know, get him out of here. But
No, I
what's
feel
going
you,
on,
bro.
man? You was
I feel you on that.
flying solo?
Nah, man, I had Jaden, the
Jaden.
baby, the baby,
He was holding it down?
the baby made his debut. He's teething.
And it's not that baby.
No, not the baby. You know, not the rapper, the baby. You know, my actual baby.
Yeah, but going back to whatchamacallit, that interaction with Sting and Orange Cassidy. What up, MJ? Um, MJ, Michelangelo. Yo, now, but my nigga, um, I wish Sting would have like a jacket or something, because I know they trying to sell fucking merch. You know what I mean?
Right.
But um, I don't know. It don't seem right. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you got a little part, that little exchange that they had, which it was kind of funny, but Sting initiated it, you know.
Yeah.
Um, I could say, I guess, you know, Wheeler Judah, you know, friend of the show, he's rolling with them, you know what I mean, with what is it, best friends or whatever.
Yeah. The best
So
friends,
that
but
was,
has he signed a deal?
uh, I mean, he don't need to. He don't need to, and I hope he don't. You know what I'm saying? Because at least he got, you know, he could do his thing. You
Freedom.
know what I mean? Yeah, he could do whatever he wants. As of now, because we hear the rumor innuendo. You know what I mean? Like Chicago. Once again, we mentioned on the show, Chicago's gonna be lit come
Airline
that
spell.
first, yeah, that last week of August, September. So I don't know if they need. You know what I mean? I hope they don't sign. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean we gonna definitely see what pop off. You know what does pop off with that man. I mean, Chicago gonna be lit. It's a lot of rumors out there. I told you that we're gonna touch on the rumors at the end of the show, but you know a lot. You know, speaking of AEW,
Jay,
one thing that
what we do? AEW, man, on the real, man, them news that they going on, that should be the show. Fuck all this week, you know, because it's just gonna change the landscape like
yeah it
crazy.
is. It's gonna change the landscape, but you know what changed the landscape also? Something that you know a lot of people were wondering: is she all elite? Is she NWA? On her birthday, guess what? They signed Thunder Rosa, so Thunder Rosa is officially
I
all
mean, they
elite.
announced it. They announced it, but I'm pretty sure she was signed already. You
Oh
know.
yeah, I mean
Excuse me, guys. Yeah, but that's a huge, you know, pickup.
that's a
But
money
like,
grab.
I mean, yeah, but how's they gonna be booking her? Cause you know, let's keep it 100. She's been doing her thing. Cause you know, I mean, not saying it's winning and losses matters, but as a presentation, you know what I mean. This is the first time, you know what I'm saying. Like you bringing her, like she came out on Impact Summerversary. You know what I mean. And I was surprised that she actually took the L, but you know what I mean. She's been holding it down. She got her own promotion out in Texas and shit, and they've been doing pretty good. You know. And you know, I guess um, we was waiting for her to be on the show, but you know, I guess she was too busy. But other than that, man, salute to Donde Rosa, está maravillosa.
Yes. Salute to Thunder Rosa. Now, big question. I already touched on that caca from Monday Night Raw last week, right? Far as two things, Killer Cross losing to Jeff Hardy, which you know we already sent our get well soon to Jeff Hardy because of COVID, uh, and also Keith Lee returning and losing to Bobby Lashley. My question to you is, who got the worst end of that stick?
Oh,
Is it Keith
NXT all
Lee?
day. Nah,
Yeah.
Keith Lee. Who cares? I'm gonna tell you the truth. Keith Lee. It was like an afterthought. You got the fucking NXT, supposedly your third brand, but they still call it developmental or whatever. You got your champion, front and center. One of the best intros in the fucking game. Where's Scarlet? Where's Scarlet? No Scarlet. No, you know what I mean? Like, yo, he should be getting that treatment because he's that dude. He's the champion. And you have my man lose in less than 2 minutes? Huh?
With the foot on the rope.
A baby face at that. A baby face. You know what I mean? When the last time you heard, you know what I mean, Jeff Hardy being a heel in WWE? I don't think he ever been a heel in WWE. I could be wrong.
Never. He's never been a heel. It's been Matt Hardy's been the only Hardy that was a heel.
Yeah, so son.
That's crazy.
With that alone, it's just like, you know what I mean, you're supposed to be presenting that brand strong. You know what I mean? And this is how you're gonna repay them. You know what I mean? It's like anybody that's coming up next, it's like, oh shit, I don't even want to do. You know what I mean? And you might, you know, believe everything that the tabloids might say about Vince trying to bury NXT, blah blah blah. I don't know, but it's a bad move. One of the things that I heard, and I think it was on Everrise. They were on Conan, and they mentioned about the possibility that perhaps when Samoa Joe got let go and they brought him back, you know what I mean, that perhaps that ruffled some feathers or whatever. But I don't give a fuck, man. Y'all got the talent. Let's get to work, my nigga. What's up, man? But anyway, that was raw about it. But so
same thing.
Fighter Fest.
Go ahead, Fighter Fest. Speak on it.
No, we said Fighter Fest. I don't know if you got Lance Archer and Ambrose. Moxley.
Oh, that's his name. Gotcha.
It's Lance Archer. You know what I mean? It's like me and you about to fight, and I fucking throw the weapon I have. I throw it in the ring. You know, I throw it in the ring, and what's gonna happen? You're gonna probably grab it. You know what I mean? It's like stuff like that don't have no fucking logic. You know what I'm saying? And
no, it doesn't.
But the match, you know what I mean, between them was solid. It's pretty much a rematch. You know what I mean? A year and something in the making. And I believe now that AEW is gonna do a restart on shit that they fucked up. And Lance Archer right now, remember, he came in Murder Hawk. He was supposed to be a killer. And of course, Snake Roberts, he had taken a back seat, which, you know, we heard about it as he was getting more attention. But at the same time, it's like he's money. Let him talk. But anyway, Lance Archer, he's being booked strong. You know what I mean? Now he got one of the guys from the Bullet Club next week. I mean, this coming Wednesday. That's big for him. The way they building him. You know what I mean? The same thing with you know, Brian Cage finally got, you know, away from the faction. He don't need no fucking faction. You know, you're gonna see they're gonna rebuild him. Yeah, they're gonna rebuild him too. Miro is on the way. You know what I'm saying? So
it's a slow build. It's a slow build for Miro. It's about damn time that it's happening. You know, God's favorite champion, as he likes to put it. Another thing that I was definitely happy. Like I spoke on it a little bit earlier before you joined, but Chavo.
Yeah, I got second thoughts on that, because it's like Andrade. What Andrade supposed to be? Like a heel, right?
A Jefe.
On some bullshit, but you know, you get the heelish, right? Like the asshole-ish. But anyway, you got fucking Chavo. You got a pop. Everybody's, you know, shouting for him. And it was the best thing they could have done, because Andrade, cringing moments when you know what I mean? Like, you can't articulate what you're trying to say. And Chavo was there, you know what I mean? All smile. Like, it kind of, we fucked it up because it's like Chavo still love. You know what I mean? That's a good
But
look right there.
here's my thing. Certain people, and I said a little bit earlier for you hopped on, especially in this case, should not even talk. And if they do talk, strictly Spanish. And that's the same thing that Savio was telling us over the weekend. Like,
Hmm.
let him talk in his native tongue because he hasn't mastered English to the point that it just rolls off the tongue a little bit
It
more
was,
easily for him.
remember when fucking Pentagon, Penta Cero Miedo, he was in Impact, and that's what Impact was doing. Impact was putting subtitles. They let him cut a promo. He didn't have a translator. You know what I mean? It had the subtitles. What he was saying.
Yeah, but he
And
all
that
he
and that
also
kind of
didn't
and
need it.
it kind of worked. But that's one of them things that will hold them back. You know what I mean? You don't got that. You know what I mean? Like that English, or you lose it. You know what I mean? You're not afraid to speak. You know what I mean? But you got Roosh. Roosh. You know what I mean? Stable mate. Gobernables de Mexico. You feel me? So everything.
I feel that. I feel that, man. I kind of like I said, like I barely speak good English, right? And English is supposed to be my native tongue, right? Well, not native tongue, the the language that I had to speak or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of feel like, in cases like that, especially with him, someone that you're trying to build as this jefe, this boss, you know what I'm saying? The face of the Latinos. You shouldn't be speaking not one lick of English until you're able to get it down. But Chavo as a heel talking for him, I get it, but why did Chavo get that pop? You know why he got that pop? Because he's in AEW.
I mean, but it's Chavo, and the
He's
problem
also a
is,
legend.
yeah, yeah, and he's a fucking Guerrero, and it's crazy talking about Guerrero that some asshole yesterday decided to take a shot
Yeah, talk about that.
at that what you call it, Latino Heat, talking about that he's a B player, you know what I mean, and
A B plus player.
B plus player, and that people just fuck with him in other words because he passed away, and
Look,
man,
look, look. I'm gonna say it like this, bro. I'm gonna say it like this. And I seen the tweet that said this, and then this is my exact thoughts. Two people inside the Latino community, Mexican community, you cannot talk about: Eddie Guerrero and Selena. You say anything bad about Eddie Guerrero and Selena, prepare to get cut on the spot. You don't even know where the knife gonna come from. Somebody just may jab you walking by.
bro, they literally made Eddie Guerrero trend number one on a Sunday,
And
bro.
in the United States, number one, the man,
Yeah,
God rest his soul, is, what I'm saying, in heaven looking at this like, I can't believe this, the nerve, the audacity of this person that probably wasn't even born to watch my matches to say I was a B plus player at best. Eddie Guerrero will always be in my mind one of the best ever to even lace up a pair of boots, whether he was Latino, whether he was white, whether he was black, whether he was Asian. Eddie Guerrero is simply one of the best. And it's the fact that there's wrestlers that are coming up now that look up to Eddie. You know what I'm saying? Even Rey Mysterio looked up to Eddie. You know what I'm saying? And he's a GOAT. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So, that to me was great. Hogwash. It was great. What's that word I'm looking for? Ba ba
Tura.
ba basura. That's exactly what it is. That was Basuda. Like for
Yeah,
someone to even let that come out their mouth, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
You don't
But
go
yeah,
ahead.
that was fucked up. But like going on there, Andrade, he should not be talking. He be on some like just whispering into Chavo's ear like
Yeah.
that, and keep it a little like dark. Because the thing is, you could see it. He got it in him. Like he wants to, you know what I mean? Like he wants to deliver what I mean, what he got in his head or whatever. But it's just not speaking English. You know what I mean? So T-Bar and
Yeah.
Mace. Oh my God. Anyway, yeah, man. So hopefully, you know what I mean. They do the right thing. It's kind of like they hitting you with. I wish you had the Will Smith. You know what I mean. Little stick. You know what I mean. They flash it
Oh,
in front of you. Yeah, like
the neuralizer.
yeah. So you will remember that Vicky was just there last week. You know what I mean? Like it just all of a sudden, boom. She, they change it and for the best. And for the best. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I mean they tried. I mean, I can't be mad at them too much, but I swear, like to me, I kind of feel like that should have been the move from the jump. That should have been a move from the jump. You know, Vicky shouldn't even been the one. I mean, if Vicky was gonna come out there, you you should hit him with a double whammy. Have Vicky come out and introduce Chavo, and then have Chavo introduce Andrade. To me, that's the way I would have did the debut, because now you got
yeah,
the whole entire family behind it. But now you don't even see, like you said, the whole new horizon. Like, okay, Vicky's not even there. There's no follow up to the story at all, and you just sitting there like, what's going on, like that. So we'll see what pops off with that. But moving on from there, man. AEW once again, Fighter Fest Night 2 did deliver. Going on to Impact, you had Jay White, you had the Bullet Club, you had Kenny Omega, you had the Good Brothers, and you had a person who was extended the offer. Listen, I'm not here to talk about the whole show. I'm here to talk about one person in particular. I'm here to talk about Chris Bay. And by the way,
boy.
it's Monday. But with that being said, Chris Bay got the offer from Jay White to join the Bullet Club. Do you like this move or not like this move?
It was a move well played 'cause that's the least expected person that I would expect, what I mean, to join the Bullet Club, or perhaps that even they were gonna come and let's say recruit.
Mm-hmm.
But that do makes it more intriguing. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to watch Impact next week. See, you know what I mean? See what happens and stuff like that. Like they just see what they do with it moving forward. And they exploit all all that, what I mean, that they have in their hand, you know what I mean? Because it's like the recruiting stop there, or they coming to get more. You understand? But then it's like Impact is the hub of all the companies right now. You know what I'm saying? And they hold, you know, some you know what I mean, some pull. And I think this, what I mean, like they're the ones that perhaps didn't think they were doing nothing, but they're taking it easy. You know what I mean? Building up, and next year, we're gonna have something, popping. You know what I mean? You never know. All out, big show. You know what I mean? Have something like brewing started from there. But yeah, the fact with the shirt, from Slammiversary and everything that had lit up. I mean, Bullet Club. Let's keep it 100. It's not the Bullet Club that we fell in love with, but
No.
that logo, and then Bullet Club. That shit. You know what I mean? The song, whatever it is, Firing Squad, or you know what I mean? Uh, JY Peoples, you know what I'm saying? So it should be interesting, you know. And Chris Bay, man, he could go, you know what I mean? But it's kind of dope because, like, it's not official, but pretty much official because, spoiler
And it's
alert,
official like a whistle.
some, yeah, some motherfuckers out there spoiling for it, you know, but, that shit right there, the first African American member of the Bullet Club. You know what I mean? And
That's
in
a big look.
years, I said year 9, year 7, I think, of the Bullet Club. You know, it took him that long, but
Took him
he
that.
fit. Yeah, he he fit the profile. You know what I mean? He got the swag for it. You know what I mean? It's Bay, you know, Bay Club, Bay Club. You know, I can
I
see the
like that.
shirts
Bay
already.
Club. It's coming already.
Yeah.
BEY. Bay Club. I can see it. I can definitely see it, man. Another. I mean, Impact Homecoming is this weekend. It's a pay per view. Not even a pay per view. It's a Impact Plus special. They're voting for Homecoming King and Queen. So we'll see what happens. Mike Angelo, since your son is somewhere nearby, forget Kenny Omega. My son left with his mom. So please hit us with what you would usually say. But I mean, Impact itself, and here's my thing, just to touch on Impact before we move back to GCW. Um, they are still getting the worst part of this deal. Ratings haven't went up. As a matter of fact, they continue to go down.
Yeah, but that's not on them. That's for the fucking channel that they at. You know what I mean? And
No, but if
they,
you look at that channel in Twitch, Twitch is where they bought in all of the audience when Kenny Omega first debuted it, right? Twitch numbers, and Kenny's been there almost every other week, continues to go down. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? My
yeah.
bad. Another
I
daily
think,
reminder by Michelangelo.
yeah, but they, I think they're gonna be on YouTube now. So you know, perhaps that to change it. But it's just, yeah, the perception you have to have. It's gonna happen. You hear it. You hear me. But once you see the Impact guys pop up on AEW, you know what I mean? And
When?
watch that shit. Watch. I know the pettiness. They're gonna do some type of not war games, but something along them lines, and that's where you're gonna see them. And that shit probably gonna be like around November or something. You know what I mean? Like in the fall. In the fall, some crazy son. But yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
lost uh hope on Impact yet. You know what I'm saying? Like the worst thing that could
Yeah.
happen, literally, like they said, AEW buying them and taking over, and they having their own competition. You know what I mean?
It's gonna
Like
happen though.
switch up them. Yeah,
It's gonna happen. I can see it.
yeah,
I can see AEW buying Impact. I don't want them to buy Impact. I also don't want Impact to have this working relationship. I also want Impact to have their main title back inside the company. You know what I'm saying? I like the whole Forbidden Door, but I don't like the Forbidden Door. I mean, it gives us matches that we would never thought we would see. But at the same time, what happens to the rest of the talent that were Impact Wrestling main staples
yeah.
that were there before all this, Omega with the title and stuff like that? Like, they get lost in the shuffle. It's no different than WWE bringing back this guy, right?
Fuck,
No different than
fuck that.
them. Yeah, oh yeah. Like it's no different than them bringing back Goldberg. It's no different than them bringing back Brock Lesnar, John Cena,
They
any
don't
other
know how
part
to make.
timer.
They don't know how to make no new stars, bro. They can't. They don't
No,
know how
no,
to make them. Nowhere.
it's
You
not.
know what I
It's
mean?
not. It's not that they don't know how to make the star. People attention spans are short, and I think the company's attention span is even shorter. You know what I'm saying? Like after a while, it's like, okay, 3 weeks, you haven't pushed the number in ratings, you haven't pushed merchandise sales up. Okay, let's bring back someone that I know who's going to push ratings and merchandise sales. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those. You know what I mean? So I don't know. There's a lot to unravel. But speaking of unraveling, let's go back to GCW. We were talking about it. So over the weekend with GCW, of course, we did have a new champion, a brand new champion coming out on top. Matt Cardona is the brand new GCW heavyweight champion, and the fans did not like that at GCW. Listen, I don't know who was more pissed off, the fans or the ring announcer. But speaking of announcements, ladies and gentlemen, jumping inside the building, live coming off his weekend in SmackDown, it is Straight Juice Man. What's going on? What's going on? Made it. You missed the debut of Mr. 2'9" earlier. He was holding it down. But
that was my request. Get him on the show.
Mr. 2'9" had his debut. But with that being said, I mean, Zack Ryder, aka Matt Cardona, there was a picture that I seen floating around, and it mentioned 2 other people that we're going to talk about in the rumor mill. But who would have thought that Matt Cardona would be one of the most talked about people in the independent wrestling community right now?
He trying to make
talked about.
He wanted to make that Drew McIntyre comeback.
But do you think he makes the comeback? Or do you think he stays away?
There's options. You know what I mean? Like right now, like I told you, got the Colognes. They're about to start a new promotion down in PR. Today they announced the Good Brothers, you know what I mean, as one of the guys that's going to be working over there. So there's plenty of places to go. And that's the thing. Like he said, you know what I mean? Cardona, that promo that he cut, you know what I mean? And the GCW, he just pretty much telling them the truth of how he feels or how people expect for him to feel.
Absolutely.
And that right there, that's just bread and butter. That's all he has to do. Like, you know what I mean? It's like making fun of your own shit. You know what I mean? Just take all that shit that you know what people gonna say about you, and bro, he killed it. I don't got the exact quote of the promo, but yes, he was strolling the crowd, and to me, they allowed that shit. But to me, that made that moment iconic. You know what I mean? It's awesome, bro. What happened? Bop, bop, bop.
Real quick. Shout out to Smacking It Raw podcast. Make sure y'all definitely go check them out. Go follow them. If y'all want to hear some funny shit, some funny content, go listen to Smacking It Raw. Go listen to Get Your Podcast. As a matter of fact, y'all most definitely gotta tune in to the Dirty Hills, over the top rope. I mean, there's a list of podcasts I can name right now. I don't have the list in front of me, but make sure y'all definitely go check out Smacking It Raw. Thanks for checking in with us. We appreciate it.
Appreciate the love.
Definitely. Bless up. Okay, what's up, Chief Juice Man? What's the plate? Surprisingly, the Juice Man's not eating, which is a good thing. That was a request.
He's Andre.
Wait. Somebody requested me not to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I be
Someone's.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
So you tell that
I'm
person.
hungry. Listen, I be hungry and people in hell want ice water, so I don't know which one's gonna happen first. You know.
Well, they look like they're gonna get some ice water. I'm gonna eat me something. I'm gonna
Yeah,
drink.
but
Oh shit.
I'm gonna drink some water today though.
what do you think now that the let's say the GCW experience? You know what I mean? Like,
Oh
is it
yeah,
all they? Does
yeah.
it fuck it up?
Tell us about your tell us about the experience hanging with your older brother Savio Vega. God damn, you motherfuckers look alike.
Tell me why. As soon as we get into the venue, some a group of kids come up to me and say, like, "Are you Savio Vega?" And for a quick second, I was gonna roll with it,
You should have.
but oh man, you know what I mean? I was like, "No, he's inside." And then they see, you know what I mean, big man. They thought he was a wrestler. So, bro, they were showing us love, like buying us drinks.
Mad love, mad
Damn,
love.
for real? Mm.
Yeah.
Yo, I not one moment was my hand empty without a drink in it. As a matter of fact, as soon as my hand even looked like it was not going to have a beer or something inside of it, someone magically came up to us with more drinks. We at least
Uh,
we at least drunk a 12 pack each.
Mm. That's crazy.
Each. And
yeah.
that was during the show. We ain't even talking about, after the show. That's a whole different story. Y'all tune in to that
Oh,
exclusive
and
episode
I,
that's gonna
I
come
had
later.
I had an experience too. I don't know if you want to hear it real quick. I had some Lucky Charms and the special kind, and
Oh, magical
I
delicious.
yes, and I think I probably consumed a little bit too much, and so we
Probably.
decided. Um, I told boy, oh, let's go get something to eat. See what's popping, blah blah blah. And while we're in the car, I was fighting to stay alive. I'm like, yo, I don't I don't feel good. And he looked
I
at
don't
me
really
like, you know what I mean? Secondly, like, you know what I mean? Like, it hit me later. Like, me, it was intense. I started sweating. I'm like, take it away. I won't do it again. You know what I mean? But
I'm sorry, God. I'm
yeah,
gonna do
I made
it.
it back. Had a mango margarita. I was good, but like, it was from the inside. You know what I mean? So I was like a little lit. And then Savio gets there like at 2 in the morning, and that's we just started watching Bruce Lee movies, and we passed out before he did. You know what I mean? It was like, yeah, let's go to our room.
Y'all crazy.
Yeah, we couldn't hang, man. We couldn't hang. But
That's some
speaking of
lightweight.
experience, no, we weren't no lightweights. Listen, those Lucky Charms had me spending almost $70 just on me.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, I would
Oh
never
my
spend that
god.
much money on food. Never. For
Did y'all go
me,
to Denny's?
No, we went to this
Denny's.
Mexican spot.
Mexican food and liquor.
Yeah,
Best.
yeah, because it was whatchamacallit, that area is mostly a lot of Mexicans. You know what I mean? And man,
So how did y'all feel being El Patron's fanboys?
Whoa, whoa,
well, that
whoa,
was kind
whoa,
that was kind of
whoa, sir.
crazy because he actually was like, "Yo, this guy's got the wrong shirt." You know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw that. That was funny.
Yeah. So, but it was cool, man. Dude was there. Some people, let's talk about it. Some people on Twitter felt that they needed to express how they felt or say one or two words.
Oh,
You know what I
really?
mean? Yeah, like an asshole. Everybody has one, an
Do I,
opinion. That
do I,
is.
do I have to
So,
venture onto the Twitterverse and
I
talk some
mean,
shit? I don't get on Twitter that often, but if
that's
need
the
be.
thing. No, we're right here. You got the platform. We will acknowledge you if you may express yourself. Because pretty much was that. It was like
I
they
will
didn't.
allow them to acknowledge the tribal chiefs. So whoever wants to come on the show and acknowledge the bullshit tweets, the head of the tables is giving you permission to.
Oh hell no.
He
No
said,
beef.
El Patrol, fanboy.
Hey, don't listen to this guy.
Listen to me.
Yo, listen, that was not the case. You weren't even there, bro. So you got people think we was El Patron
I was there in spirit.
fanboy. Yeah. So smacking and roll, we was out there in Chi-Town. We should have linked up.
Damn, they from
Linked.
there?
Nah, but
Damn, B.
but yeah, we should have definitely linked up. This one's on me. My bad. But I will say this though. I mean, it was definitely a great experience overall inside Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Getting a chance to hang out with Savio, getting a chance to hang out with all of the guys after the show. Yo, everyone after the show, speak on it, Cheech. All the Lucha Libre wrestlers. You also had Apollo there.
Yeah, Big Apollo.
Not Apollo Cruz.
Oh, about to say, like, huh?
Yeah, the other one. The other Apollo. Yeah, man from Puerto Rico.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we ate, you know what I mean? They treated, but we didn't, they paid the bill, you know what I mean? So we ate for free. We looking at like, yo, for real? This on now? I was like, damn, I should have ordered something big, No, but you know
I
what I mean?
did.
It was
I did.
oh yeah, but you know what I mean, you can't help it, you know what I'm saying? Like that's natural, you know what I'm saying?
Go big and go home, bro.
Yeah, there you go. But it was a good experience, you know what I mean? Being in that circle, hear them speak about not only themselves, but Savio actually, you know what I mean, on giving out like advice and shit like that, you know what I mean? So that was kind of dope hearing them.
Pulled the camera out.
Huh?
Pulled the camera out. Got
Oh
interview.
no,
Nah, not moments like that.
that's after the hours because it be on some raw shit. Like for real, like we felt like that. We're in the circle, you know what I mean? Like we
Yep.
hearing shit that we probably not supposed to be hearing.
Y'all behind the scenes.
Yeah, because you
Yeah,
know what I mean. You got somebody like smashing or like, oh, I don't want to see what I ate.
Oh,
right. But that experience was definitely dope. Just hanging out with everyone. Shout out to everyone that we met along the way. And meet some good people out there in Chi-Town. Also got the chance to get some wisdom, and once again, it was just definitely good just meeting the person, that is Alberto El Patron, and
Oh,
not
we
so
met his
much.
brother. Met his brother also.
Yeah, met his brother.
We went deep in Iran.
Yes, we
Yeah.
did. Yeah, yes.
did y'all see Ricardo Rodriguez? Was he there?
No, he
Nah,
was not there, but apparently he's fired because I did a better introduction than Ricardo.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm going to be, introducing Alberto to the ring one day, but as far as I know, I got the job, Ricardo Rodriguez. So, you want to get it back? We want to fight a
oh,
battle on the microphone. Let's talk about your experience, sir, because I kind of feel like you're trying to put all this off on me, but you also had an experience here at SmackDown. I mean, you were there, you were live, you know what I'm saying?
we were pretty.
Live in the building. You got to see
Oh,
Big Head Corbin
yeah.
have his moment, talking about eating spaghetti out of the can, which is totally, there's nothing wrong with it.
He
Listen,
said first of
you,
all, you gotta hear how he opened it. He said he threw it
yeah,
on curve, and it
yeah,
popped
kept
open,
smashing it.
and it kept smashing against the curb, and that's how he got the spaghetti.
Listen, I don't believe that. Listen, what happened was he had one of them weak ass forks, and he tried to pick up that ravioli, It was too heavy for the fork. The fork broke, and that's how he got the stain.
Yeah.
But you got to see, you know, the first ever African American Mr. Money in the Bank, Big E, come out. I heard y'all real loud. You deserve it. You deserve it.
Yeah.
As so, how was that for you, man? Just seeing, you know, that moment, Big E.
It was, first of all, let's shout out Pat McAfee because he's the one who pretty much pumped that whole thing up. Pat McAfee is crazy, okay? He is crazy. He's full of energy. Like, we were so close. We can see Cole and him on commentator and just see how he just stands up and how he just rocking and rolling, and his energy, like his energy is what got everybody telling Big E he deserved. Like that, what's it, that McAfee moment or minute or whatever that is? Him telling like, oh yeah, you deserve it. Everybody was like, you deserve it. And man, it was just a fun experience. Like, second week back with fans, it was crazy. I was arguing with a few fans. Man, let me tell you something, man.
Why were you arguing with this fans?
I was arguing with a couple people.
But why?
I had a debate. I had a debate. And
why'd you have a debate?
We was talking about Raw and how shitty it is. And you know I'm a big fan of the Hurt Business.
Mm-hmm.
You won't believe how many people are not fans of them.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people was like, I'm like, you ain't like the Hurt Business? They was like, I was like, you ain't like the Hurt Business? They like, no. I'm like, you don't like the Hurt Business? They like, nah. I said, what the I'm just convinced all of Cleveland don't like the Hurt Business. I was the only one in there who likes the Hurt Business. So that was just crazy to me. But the experience was fun. Talking to fans.
Did you run into Connor?
Did not run into Connor. It was crazy down there. Not only was it that, it was also a baseball game. So I probably wouldn't have seen Connor. Connor probably was on the other side somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like y'all were like on two separate sides because I got two. Well, I got your stuff far as the angles.
Yeah, I was pretty low. Like, I was low. I wasn't like up there. I was low, like to the point I can.
And how was the atmosphere? Like, you know what I mean? Because it seemed it was packed. So did it feel like a playoff game type of deal?
Yeah. Oh my God, it felt like it. Then the fireworks going off in there too. Oh my God, I think that was the first event I've been to with fireworks going on. Because the last couple of events I went to, they didn't have fireworks going off. But
the pyro's back. The pyro's back.
Edge's fireworks going. That shit was crazy. Then Roman, I think his went off too. I like how
Roman has. Oh yeah, he does have pyro.
Yeah, pyro at the end. I think was it at the end of the match when they I like how they all posed like holding the titles. I think the pyro went off for that. That shit was crazy loud in there, and a lot of things y'all don't see, like, you know, because it be on commercial break. That like that shit. They just like. We all know we've been to events. We know how it is. But what? But like how like you got like Edge. When Edge segment came on, they went to a commercial. Edge just chilling on top of the ropes, just sitting there chilling. It's dark, and then the lights come back on, and his music come back on. That shit was crazy. Then the whole thing with him and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins coming out. Oh, and his entrance. Oh my God, with the fire, that whole damn arena got hot as fuck. Like the little fire come out the thing, like the little with a you know, with the entrance is, the fire, like burn.
All right. Okay, Bobby Drake. Another question.
What's that?
What was you doing when they had them two matches at the Rolling Loud concert? You had Gable against Hawkins, I believe.
They didn't show that one.
What?
They didn't show that one.
So they had a match?
So they didn't show the. So who? So they had 2 matches at Rolling Loud.
Yeah. And Bianca Belair fought Carmella.
They didn't show the first match, and they only showed the conclusion of the Bianca Belair Carmella match.
Really? So what were they doing during that period of time?
Nothing. We was just watching on that big ass screen. They was just like
They
no,
they were probably Rolling Loud inside the crowd.
no, they wasn't.
Oh, it was Wayne.
To be honest with you, that match should have been there, not up there, because nobody really gave a fuck at Rolling Loud.
Shit,
not the way it was presented on the thing over there with us. That crowd looked dead.
That crowd wasn't dead. That crowd was high.
It probably was high. But
it's Rolling Loud. It's inside the name.
And you could hear Pat McAfee, you know what I mean? Like just putting his thing out there, like, you know what I mean? Like
we couldn't even hear them announcing that match. Like it just showed the match. We didn't even hear them announcing.
Yeah, that's the only thing about being live, you know what I mean? You don't hear the commentators.
About hearing them like through the whole show, like because they actually commentated. I watched that match when I came home. They actually commentated that match loud. But when
what up, Drake?
What up? Who said what up?
No.
It's Andy. All the way in Puerto Rico.
No, but yeah, it's a lot of things that like they did have a few dark matches. They had a lot of people from Gargano's team on there. In the matches,
Austin Theory was there. Andy Hartwell was there.
Yeah, so it was basically Gargano's whole team. We thought Gargano was gonna be there. It was he gonna be here tonight. He gonna be here because.
So you saw the guy that Austin Theory wrestled.
What was his name? That big dude, Kevin something.
No, give it to him, JT.
What's the name of that big dude? He was good. Everybody was loving him.
Odyssey. Jones. Yeah.
That's
big motherfucker.
People was loving him. We was like, Odyssey. Everybody.
Okay.
Yeah. He reminded me of like Keith Lee. I thought he was in I asked my boy, I was like, is he in here, bro? He's like, no.
He's an NXT.
I'll
pick him. Yeah, I picked him to win the breakout tournament.
He had a great match. I like Odyssey Jones. He gonna be something special. He gonna be something.
Okay.
I like
That's
him.
Now, you were talking about Edge, and there's actually footage of you asking where's the pyro, and then you finally did get the pyro.
I didn't get the pyro. I think
you did get the pyro.
Did I get the pyro?
Oh.
Look, man.
Yeah, you got the pyro. It's just my feed cut off. I wasn't gonna put it.
2 drinks, two $12 drinks, and some Coronas down there. You tend to forget some shit. Okay, tell you that. 2 things.
I don't even want to know about what you did.
2 things of Jack and Coke, 2 Coronas, 18 wings, and a pop and fries. You kind of forget shit. With the grand total, $70 as well. Hey, look who else spent $70 on food.
Yeah, but you didn't have Lucky Charms. You had Liquid Courage.
Had 2 Jacks and Cokes that was very, very, very potent. Shout out to the bartenders down there. They took care of your boy that night. But
took care of you.
Yeah, I had a great time. I'm definitely gonna go back.
Hold on 1 second. Smacking the Raw says the dude at my job will not shut up and let me listen. Yo,
shut the fuck up.
Shut
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Yo,
you.
Joe,
Yeah, bitch.
if we gonna for you smacking it raw, we gonna smack.
The person, the
But
person that keep running their mouth,
it was a
let my
great show.
dog listen.
Pyro, give me the pyro. Ah!
I heard you over there screaming like, "Yeah!" I was like, I didn't know you had it in you.
Oh, I was screaming like a little girl. And Michelangelo, I did acknowledge my tribal chief a lot.
Yo, speaking of that, Mikey Angelo actually did talk about it. So Mikey Angelo was saying uh you acknowledged
Look,
your tribal chief about
if
50 times that night, right?
I acknowledged the shit out of him. I said
Tribal
that
chief, yes, sir. You are the tribal chief, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
hey, and guess what? When he said acknowledge me, guess what I did? I
You
acknowledged.
acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
No, and the thing is, when he was saying it, the camera shot, like he went like, "You at home, acknowledge me,"
I'm like,
and
yes,
I'm
sir.
like, and I look to the side, I acknowledge you. You know, like yo, it's
We were in
crazy,
the
man.
We
we
acknowledged.
were on our way almost. No, we had just got to the hotel to finish up SmackDown. He was like,
Yeah,
acknowledge me.
yeah, because remember the time go back. You know what I mean? So we
Yeah,
got there
1
around
hour.
9 something. Yeah, like close to 9. So
You went. Wait. The hour went back in Chicago. I didn't know that. I thought we
Yeah, it
stuck.
goes back
So did y'all have to set it back on your phones, or did it just set back automatically?
automatically.
fucking time travelers, son.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. Yo,
That's,
we went
Yeah.
back now.
that's dope.
All right, so we other than that, SmackDown, I mean Finn Balor coming out. Did you like that?
I loved it. My boy was like, "Are we gonna get Finn and Roman?" I said, "Shit, we might, or it might be a triple threat." He was like, "You don't want to accept his challenge. How about accepting mine?" I probably was like, "Yeah, Roman scared. Roman scared." Roman looking at the crowd like this. I'm like, "No, he isn't." I said, "The tribal chief is not scared." It was a great moment. They're like, "Roman scared." Then he was like, "Challenge accepted." The crowd was like, "Yeah." But somehow
Yo,
I see a triple threat match. Yo, Juice, the prince shall become king.
When he smashes the head of the table.
What? Flag that comment, man. I don't know what he talking about, man.
Listen, I am not flagging Andy. Andy name holds weight here on this show.
Oh, no.
What is it?
And name holds weight. And he's talking crazy. No, he must not
The
know.
prince shall become king when he smashes the table.
Hey, say that comment. We'll talk about that after SummerSlam.
Hey, if it happens. Well, I think this match probably gonna happen before SummerSlam. You know, Finn Balor on TV.
It's no way that John Cena, you're not gonna have John Cena and them fighting that big ass building, or unless you gonna make it, unless you want to make it a triple threat.
Yeah, but nobody wants a triple threat, because if you have a triple threat, you know what that means? That means he's going to smash them, he's going to stack them. You know the rest. I mean, you definitely been acknowledging your tribal chief. But I will say this:
he's not losing.
Nah, he's not losing until next year sometime, and it's gonna be after Mania. He ain't losing to The Rock. But listen,
would not cash in against Roman Reigns. I'm gonna let that be known right now. Big E will go to Raw. We was just talking about this. Let's think about it. He go to Raw. He takes he takes revenge for what Bobby
Lashley did to Kofi.
Yeah.
Man, listen.
And
If
Xavier
he
Woods.
wanted revenge, bro, he would have showed up on Monday.
And
That's just me.
And we're gonna have the all African American WWE Championship match at WrestleMania next year. Big E will cash in at Mania.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay, that's your bet. What about you, Cheech? Big E, is he cashing in on the head of the table, or is he cashing in on the almighty WWE champion Bobby Lashley?
Well, I'm gonna go with the Almighty. He's gonna go for the Almighty because, I mean, don't get me wrong, Big E, he, energetic. I mean, he could go. Been there for years, but he's not at Roman Reigns level. You know,
That's right.
Roman Reigns. They literally will have to bring out a Hollywood actor, or what I mean, somebody of that stature, in order to put him against something. You know what I mean? The only person, of course, it will be Brock Lesnar, but that storyline gotta be, what I mean, like be set in, what I mean, in gear for a long time, so you can see that coming. What I mean? I don't see how even Brock Lesnar out of nowhere, even though it could happen, what I mean, SummerSlam or that Raw.
I need that other Brock Lesnar to fight Roman Reigns. Can you show us the other Brock Lesnar, please?
With the cowboy hat?
No.
Or with the
Brock Lesnar now. I need hibernation Brock Lesnar. Yes. That Brock Lesnar need to fight him.
He look like a Viking.
He tell you. He fight that Brock Lesnar. That's gonna be a great match. Because that's I'm training.
That Brock Lesnar. Yeah,
that's I'm training Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
That's Hearthstone 5, Rocky 4, Brock Lesnar.
Okay. So Smacking and Raw says Big E's gonna cash in on the almighty WWE champion. Mike Angelo says the same thing. He going after Lashley. I'ma say it like this. Last thing before we peel out, let's talk about this real quick. We did say we're going to touch on these rumors. Two big rumors, of course, maybe confirmed, maybe not. AEW is Bryan Danielson, aka Daniel Bryan, all elite.
The American Dragon. It's all elite. Of course,
CM Punk. Those are the two big things going on, right?
Yeah.
So, real question. Here's the move. You got these two, and they are reportedly signed, depending on who you get your news from, right? Do you think is this a mistake, or do you think this is going to be profitable? Because Loan Money Tony Khan is signing up anybody and everybody who may be a free agent, who may be released, or what have you. I mean, Tony Khan is basically the booty warrior, all right? If he sees you and you free,
I like you and I want you. Now we can do this the easy way or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours.
And usually money talk, bullshit walk a marathon, right?
No, but remember that he wanted CM Punk from the get-go. You know what I mean? They wanted to start.
He did.
You know what I mean? He wanted him. And then again, of course, CM Punk, not saying that, he's the savior. You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? Let's keep it 100. People do still, like, he got to go for a big following. And perhaps they give him the creative control, and he able to put a little spice and different point of view. You know what I mean? And of course, Daniel Bryan, the same thing. Bryan Danielson. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people don't know, he actually wrestled for Savio in Puerto Rico. You know what I mean? Like, so he's known worldwide, and according, you know what I mean, to the sources and shit, they saying that he wanna wrestle for New Japan. And what better place to, of course, make that happen for him, you know what I mean, than AEW. You know, they were saying that the time that they were saying that WWE and New Japan was having talks or whatever, supposedly it was to accommodate him, you know. But I don't know, you know, how wrestling stories are. Don't let a lie get in between of a good story. But it's gonna change the landscape again. It'd be some shit if they come back with some fucking NWO vibes, you know what I mean? Like them two together, like, you know what I mean? Like not come at the same time, but like, I don't, you know, of course that's not gonna happen, but you know, I would like to see what they probably gonna be faces, and they'll go against the Bucks, and you know, like one of the Bucks put, they were like, I hope they're ready to take our finishers, you know what I
He
mean? In
said
other
if the
words, that they're
writing
gonna
on
beat them.
AEW don't change, this could be ugly.
See, perhaps that might be the change right there. Them two, you know, getting back in there, you know, giving their point of view or whatever, you know. But who knows? And I'm excited. 'Cause I fuck with, you know, the cult of personality. Da-da-da-da-da. You saw Living Color following AEW now, you know.
Really?
Yeah, man. So you know, little bit, you know what I mean? Little like they want you to know, but they haven't announced it. And remember, the big weekend, you know, Labor Weekend, all out. You know what I mean? And they got like 3 shows in Chicago. You
It
know what I
only
mean?
it
Like,
only makes sense he returned that all out.
oh my oh my god, that's just gonna be nuts. You know what I mean? And have some crazy shit. You know what I mean? Like, ah man, that's just gonna be awesome, man. You know what I mean? I'm kind of I dig it. It's just of course weird, like damn or AEW again, whatever. But you know, as long as they got time, you know what I mean? Like they could be, you know what I mean? You could see CM Punk and fucking New Japan fighting Kota Ibushi or some shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm with it.
I don't mind it.
Yeah, yeah, smacking it raw. You know,
Smacking it raw says guys like Brian and Punk
profitable.
have value. You know, they're profitable, still have name, you know, and knowledge they bring in. I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that. It would be cool for the brand to debut with Punk. Yeah, it would have been cool. And also, you need more top guys for Kenny. I'm sorry, Thanos, Omega, Hangman, Jungle Boy, and MJF to work with.
Fuck Jungle Boy. Who the fuck is Jungle Boy?
First of all,
Who
first
he
of all,
be? Who he
why
be?
isn't excuse me? Why isn't Orange Cassidy in this list, man?
Oh,
He ain't
he's
no damn top guy.
He is a top guy. You shut your mouth.
Okay,
nah.
I'm gonna be quiet. But when you leave, I'm gonna be talking again.
That's fine.
But listen. I'm gonna let you know right now. Good idea, but we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up right here. We gotta head on out. So it's a good little note to hang off of. I'm gonna say it like this. I think it's a good idea and a bad idea. We'll talk about it on next show. But until then, listen, y'all already know what it is. We tell y'all every single show. Too much negativity can have you unbalanced mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Spread more positive vibes. And also, listen, COVID is still here. It's been going on. It ain't going nowhere. Jeff Hardy just tested positive for COVID not too long ago. So prayers going out to him. But, you know, as we usually tell you, listen, it's very simple. How to defeat COVID. We're pointing at it for you. Listen, first of all, wash your hands. But most of all, wash your ass. Straight. Tell them how they got. Tell them what they got to use.
They gotta use soap. That's it. Just use soap.
They
Just
got to
keep
use
using
soap. El
Yes.
Cheech. Let these people know how they got to do this, Poppy.
From face to ass, not ass to face.
Listen, it's that simple. Face to ass, not ass to face. Simple like a pimple, simple on the dimple. You do those moves, I'm pretty sure COVID will not affect you. Wash your hands, wash your ass, face to ass, not ass to face. And listen, if you did not like the way the show went, oh, with the razor.
Hey,
Hey,
Chico.
yo.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Yo.
With the razor.
Hey,
But on that note, if you did not like the way the show went today, and the debut of my son, Mr. 2'9", your mom. Well, I'm not gonna say it because my mom's probably watching this show. But
Your mom's a hoe.
and with that being said, we are out. Peace.
good night. Big one. Good night.
I love you.